So I've been getting back into bowl turning lately for whatever reason, and as I was working on the video of making all of these, I was wondering when was the last time I did any bowl turning on the lathe. So I went back in the archive and I found that the last time I did any bowl turning, that was March of 2017, so just about 9 years ago. And in that process, I found that the last time I was turning bowls on the lathe, I shot a whole video on finished turning bowls that I never edited. So that's what this video is. That is me going back to the archive 9 years later, realizing that I have a whole video here that hasn't been edited, editing it and releasing it now, 9 years later. So let's jump back in time and make me look younger. So every spring, the local Habitat for Humanity has a fundraiser. It's a formal event and my wife does some of the planning for that. She's on the planning committee. So every year I try to donate something to their silent auction. I've been doing that for about 4 years now. The first year I went a little crazy. I donated a Pennsylvania spice box, and every year since I've been donating either cutting boards or bowls. They like these a little bit better too because they can put these in with other things as sort of a like a basket. So the bowls can be paired with cooking ware or wines or something like that. So I went to my stack of rough turn bowls and I picked out 4 bowls that I can finish turn hopefully just this afternoon and get my donation ready to go. So if you haven't seen my rough turning video, I did that probably a year and a half ago. I'll leave a link to that up there. But basically you take a piece of fresh sawn wood. It's really green. It's a lot of fun to rough turn green bowls. The shavings are big. There's not much dust. It's quite pleasant. Finished turning dry bowls, not as much fun. It's really dusty, and I just don't really enjoy it that much. But it is nice to actually finish these things occasionally. So the bowls are rough turned green, and then they're left to dry. And in that drying process, they'll deform from something round like this to something a little more oval like this. So this one has gone from round to being 7.5 inches by 7 1/8 inches. So it's out of round quite a bit. So the idea here is that now that it's warped, it's completely dry, it can be turned to a final round shape and it'll stay that way. Now the amount of these things warp out of shape is really going to be not all that predictable. It could be a lot of warp, it could be a little bit of warp, but the idea here is to leave enough wall thickness here so that when you turn it round again now, that you can actually get a bowl out of it. If you leave the walls too thin or these things warp too much, then it'd be impossible to turn a round bowl out of this because you end up with a spot with no material. So when I rough turn these, I grab the bottom with the jaws of my chuck, and now this is also not round either, so if I were to grab this, it wouldn't have that good of a grip, the chuck wouldn't have that good of a grip on the bowl anymore. So the first step is going to be to reestablish a round either tenon or round recess, depending on how I turn them in the rough, so that I can grab them with the chuck again and start finish turning the inside and the outside. And to do that, I can use these jaws in my chuck. They'll expand, and these little tapered roller things, they're rubber, they'll grab the outside of the bowl and hold it in place. This doesn't have the best holding force on these things, so it's really just made for a little bit of cleanup work on the bottom of the bowl. So I'm going to start with this one, which is a piece of birch, and I'm going to mount it in here in the little things here, and hopefully I have these things set in the right spot so I can actually grab this bowl with this setting. Otherwise, I got to undo all these little rubber things and move them. Oh, looks good though. So because this thing is not round, only a few of the jaws are actually grabbing the bowl. For instance, just these two here are grabbing. This one and this one is not touching. These are grabbing, and then this one and this one are not touching again. So not the best grip. This is really just light cuts just to get this thing into round so I can grab it with that jaw. I'll be doing the majority of the work on the bowl with a bowl gouge. I have 2 of them. They're exactly the same. You can see I've worn this one down quite a bit more than this one. But having 2 of them on hand means I only have to stop to sharpen half as often. So with the majority of the turning complete, now I can turn my attention to the bottom or the base of the bowl. And to do that, we'll just turn it around and mount it back into the chuck, which means I have to put these rubber jaw things back on here. So these jaws hold well, but not like as well as the actual jaws on the chuck do. So I try to keep it pretty slow or pretty gradual with this process. And all I'm going to do here with a bowl like this where I have a recess already, I'm just going to blend the outside edge here down to the recess and create kind of a concavity at the bottom. Here's kind of the look I go for. And then on the ones with the tenon like this one, the tenon will get turned down or removed, and then I'll put a slight concavity here as well. That way the bottom of the bowl is always resting on the table or whatever, and you don't have to worry about it rocking or anything. So since I have the outside already finished and turned, the idea here is going to be to blend the two together. So this one's going to be pretty easy because there is this hard transition area here, so I can easily transition on this edge essentially into the bottom of the bowl. On this one here, there really isn't a great transition here, so I'm going to have to blend the finished area to the unfinished area, but again, not super difficult, just one more thing to consider as this is happening. So this should go pretty quickly, and then these will be done. Before I get finished onto the bottom here, just like all my projects, I'll sign and date each one of these bowls. So there we go, 4 bowls ready to go into baskets for the silent auction. And I have to say, I did enjoy this. I used to turn a lot more before I started this YouTube channel. I've been doing the videos here for 3 years now, and before that I used to turn like a few times a year, and now it seems like I only turn like maybe once a year. So maybe I'll change that this year, but I'm really happy with the way that these things turned out. It's just really cool to start with that rough blank and then actually have a finished piece that just absolutely looks amazing and just beautiful. So I am super thrilled with the way these turned out, and I hope that they help out the Habitat for Humanity. But I think that's all for this one. Thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments on turning, don't ask me, I'm not a turner, or anything here in my shop, please feel free to leave me a comment. As always, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking.